Today we are going to discuss the poem Lucy Gray or Solitude by William Wordsworth. We know that William Wordsworth belongs to the Romantic period, and when I say about Romantic period, when you hear the term Romantic period, romantic, don't think that it's something related to love poems or anything. In literature, romantic means imagination. This is a common mistake that's often made by people. When you see romantic period, they think that it's about poems of love and all. It's not like that. It's the importance is given to imagination. And Wordsworth is a poet. Like last time we studied Lycidas. In Lycidas, what we see? In Lycidas, we see that like after writing the poem Comus, he was waiting for so many years to write Paradise Lost. That means it is a kind of with lots of hard work, with lots of reasoning, with lots of imagination. Like he is writing the poem, taking time, planning out the poem. He was planning for the poem. But then according to Wordsworth, he defines poetry as the spontaneous overflow of powerful emotions. Like poetry is not something that is planned out, it comes automatically by itself. It's a spontaneous overflow of powerful emotions. That's what he says. Powerful feelings, that's what he says. Today we will deal with Lucy Gray. This is about the poet mentions about a girl, Lucy Gray, who is lost in the stormy evening in the snow, and then her body was never found, and then she is considered as a living child. People feel that the spirit of Lucy Gray is there. Even in the beginning of the poem, the poet himself feels like Lucy Gray is he saw Lucy Gray, a solitary child, but that was actually her spirit. And then this inspiration that he got is from his sister Dorothy, who mentioned about a child who was lost in the stormy night in the snow. So that was a time where many children used to die during that time. Then there used to be poems about children's death. So this is one such poem. Let us see this in detail, line by line description. Oft I had heard of Lucy Gray, and when I crossed the wild, I chanced to see at break of day the solitary child. So Wordsworth says that often he has heard about Lucy Gray, and then in that break of the day, means in that morning, he also saw the solitary child, Lucy Gray. No maid, no comrade Lucy knew, she dwelt on a wide moor, the sweetest thing that ever grew beside a human door. So she never used to have any friends. She used to be alone. She used to play around nearby her home in an area. She used to play. You yet may spy the fawn at play, the hair upon the grain, but the sweet face of Lucy Gray will never no more be seen. Okay, she used to play with fawns, like small deers, and then she used to play with hares, like rabbits. She used to play with all. You may now see those hares and those fawns again, but then you will never see Lucy Gray anymore. Tonight will be a stormy night. You to the town must go and take a lantern, child, to light your mother through the snow. So her father asked her in the afternoon by 2 o'clock. Her father asked her to take the lamp and go and to bring her back, bring her mother back, who is coming from town. That father will I gladly do this. It's scarcely afternoon. The minster clock has just struck 2, and yonder is the moon. She says that it's not late at all. It's only 2 o'clock. I'll go and come. She says like that, and she leaves. At this, the father raised his hook and snapped a fagot band. He plied his work, and Lucy took the lantern in her hand. She took the lamp and she went out, and her father is back to his work. Node blither in the mountain row with many a wanton stroke. Her feet disperse the powdery snow that rise up like the snow. Like she's like stepping in the snow, and she's going, and then the snow, like when she's stepping, the snow just sprouts just like a smoke. The storm came on before its time. She wandered up and down, and many a hill did Lucy climb, but never reached the town. So storm came before the time. So her father was telling it's going to be a stormy night, but then the storm came before time. And then, you know, like in snow, we cannot find the way, right? Snow. So she got lost. She climbed many hills, but she never reached the town. The wretched parents all that night went shouting far and wide, but there was neither sound or sight to serve them for a guide. They had no means of finding out Lucy Gray. Because her mother came back, then they understood that Lucy Gray is lost. They started searching, but then they couldn't find. So that must be an evening, so they cannot find the footprints and all. At daybreak on the hill they stood that overlooked the moor, and hence they saw the bridge of wood the furlong from their door. So early morning they started searching again. They wept and turned homeward, cried, "In heaven we all shall meet." When in the snow, her mother spied the print of Lucy's feet. So her mother found the footprints of Lucy. Then downwards from the steep hillsides, they tracked that footmarks small, and through the broken hawthorn hedge and by the long stone wall. So they went after this footprints. They followed these footprints to find out her, like the ways she walked. And then an open field they crossed. The marks were still the same. They tracked them on, or nevertheless got, nor ever lost. And to the bridge they came. They followed the footprints and they reached the bridge. Then followed from the snowy bank those footmarks one by one into the middle of the plank, and further there were none. The footprints were there till the middle of the bridge, but from the middle of the bridge the footprints were not more found. So that means that she must have fallen into the from the bridge. She must have fallen down, and her body is lost. Yet some maintain that to this day she is a living child. People consider her as a living child. Why? Because her dead body is not found. If her dead body was found, people would have assured that she died. But then since her dead body is not found, they still feel that they saw her somewhere. That you may see sweet Lucy Gray upon the lonesome wild. They all feel that, even rumors are there that they saw. Some people say that she is found there. Some people say that she is found here, etc. People speak like that. And then even the poet himself, that morning, the same morning where the parents realized that she is lost from the bridge, the same morning the poet, that is Wordsworth, also feels that he saw this solitary child. So her death becomes a mystery. And then this is a poem that is inspired by the story that Dorothy, his sister, told to him about a child who was lost in the snow. So I hope it's clear to you. Thank you.